So many things we are taught through this most beautiful Leelopakhyanam by Lord Great Saint Vaashishthaji through Rama to all of us. Keep listening, even a percent, 2% also we understand. It's a very good beginning. But sitting in the class itself, it's a great achievement. In the latest topic, Leela and Mother Saraswati are in that another Brahmanda, in that Raja Viduratha's palace, Antapura, Viduratha body lying there, Leela and Saraswati talking, other Leela also there. So, this particular entire happening happened in the Akasha of Raja Padma's Antapura. And all that Raja Padma's kingdom and happenings of Desha, Kala, Paristhiti, everything is in the Akasha of the Brahmana Vasishtha Gruha Akasha in that Vindhya Giri mountain range, Girigrama. All these are with all their permutations, combinations, or by various Jiva Sankalpas, but finally they are of Mithya and Maya. Two things are certain. One is none of them are real. Two, there is a substratum which is untouched by all of them, beyond, behind. The purpose of all our studying all these Shastras is to understand and get convinced about the presence of that substratum reality. Then make it as our goal. Once these two are done, then how to reach it? It is in our own heart. Through this process of introvertedness, internal various contemplations, sadhanas like Sakshi Bhava, Drashta Bhava, Neti Neti. With these sadhanas, that inner self is realized, which is the self inner of all. The wave, realizing that it is not a wave, but it is the water, and that water is not one per wave, it is one in all the waves. In that one water, variety of bubbles, ripples, waves of various sizes are kalpita but not real. The most important is at the time of kalpana of all these things, nothing is happening to the water. Water is always there, birthless, always same, changeless, never disappears, therefore deathless. It is infinite. In that being infinite, birth, change, deathlessness alone, there is an extreme and inexplicable peace. That peace is true joy. Then even the joy of nidra, the joy of vishayas, which are all only pseudo happinesses or pleasures, वो हमें पकड़ना है. पहले समझना है, फिर कैसे पकड़ना है जानकर पकड़ना. So the topic is discussed here. Further we will see this beautiful 52nd sarga. Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Bhakti Yoga Dharma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsha Rishibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyah Yairime Guruvih Purvam Padavakya Pramanatah Vyakhyatah Sarva Vedantah Satchastraha Tan Nityam Pranatosmyaham. Om Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं रामनामवरानने। ओम ब्रह्मानंदं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मत् गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि वेदव्यास वामदेव नारद आदि गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीरामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्री सरस्वती मात्रे नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषद योग वासिष्ठ महारामायणोक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यमोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं श्रुति स्मृति पुराण इतिहास संतवाङ्मयोक्त साध्य साधनानुभव सिद्ध्यर्थं तत्रोक्त ऋषि मुनि गुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रह अनुभव प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थं धर्म संस्थापकानां नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिवकृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनर्वाक्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न शाश्वत समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हैंदव संस्कृतेः धर्म मोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम् अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्रीराम वशिष्ठ संवाद रूप श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण स्मृति मोक्ष प्रकरण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः। ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शनदृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्मात् आनन्दस्याम्बरेवनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः। सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तमेकमजरं नित्यं विभुं शाश्वतं प्रत्यग्ब्रह्मरसायनं सुखगनं पूर्णं परं पावनं स्वात्मज्योतिरनादिमध्यनिधनं मायाविलासैर्मुहुः विश्वाकारमपास्तमायमभयं वन्दे विशुद्धं पदं। ज्ञानादेवात्मनो मोक्षः न तु कर्मसमाधिभिः अज्ञातोऽसौ स्वसदृश्यं सृजत्येवेति कीर्त्यते। तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे। विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहम्। तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्रीगुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नताः स्मः। पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्दिदीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरपि कलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृतजलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये। ओम श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। वशिष्ठादि ऋषिभ्यो नमः। श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायणं तृतीय उत्पत्ति प्रकरणं लीलोपाख्याने मरण समंतर देह जीव प्रतिभा वर्णनं नाम 250तम सर्गः। श्री वशिष्ठ उवाच ज्ञप्तिर्वाच Remember, in the beginning only, through the study of all these Tattva Shastras, Vedantic Shastras, what we have to be convinced in our intellectual understanding is that the Brahman alone is real, everything else, with all its seeming substantiality, solidity, that all is mithya. Mithya, therefore, don't value it. When you don't value, mind is quiet. With that quiet mind, inside you search for your own real source or self. That alone is everywhere. That is the reality. These basic things have to be always kept in mind. Then remaining listenings are to strengthen this knowledge, deepen this knowledge, remove any questions, doubts come, to inspire us, to keep us in touch with this theme always. Else, though we listen, we may intellectually understand, but the power of mind is Maya, and Maya is so much that it will make us forget. There's so many things again to explain. Therefore, the need of continuously in touch with the truth through the study of the Shastras. Yesterday we saw mantra number 15, 16, 17. यहाँ से हम देखते हैं. Okay? हाँ, तत्पदं परमं विद्धि नाशोत्पादविवर्जितं स्वयं खचितम् आभातं शान्तम् आद्यम् अनामयम् तत्पदं paramam viddhi. Come to know about the presence of that supreme state of being. Na asha utpada vivarjita. In that state of being, absolute truth, it is neither utpanna, born, nor nashita, destroyed. Shantam. In that there is nothing which can cause the ashanti. Adyam. It itself is primordial cause for anything you see, but it has no cause of its own. That's called as Adyam. Anamayam. In that the मनोरोगा शरीर रोग संसार रोग होने का चांस नहीं है ना अनामय you understand the sharira rogas are we know diseases indriya rogas are the uh, slavery to objects of the world manoroga is shoka and moha buddhi roga is jnana ajnana ahankara roga is kartrutva bhoktrutva why roga because of these things only we suffer wherever there is roga there is suffering. These are all not there in it. That's the meaning of anamaya. So it is anamayam, it is shantam, it is adyam, it is nashotpada vivarjitam, it is paramam, it is advayam, it is sahajam. Then savayam kachitam abhatam. Ki it is self-effulgent also. Self-existing, self-effulgent. How many things are told? Advayam, non-dual, sahajam, natural and it is on its own self. Paramam, supreme than everything else. Nasha utpada varjitam, swayam kachitam, swayam abhatam, shantam, adyam, anamaya. 10 things are told. Okay. Now, whether it is this mandapa and the people they are there inside, whether it is Raja Padma's mandapa, people whoever are there, whether it is Brahmana Gruha Mandapa, people who are there, or outside, anywhere beings are there, whoever are there, what are they actually? Swaswabhava udita atmani viharanti janaha tatra swagehe swavyavasthaya. Remember it. Each of them basically are Shuddha Atmavastu. In that Atmavastu, by their own sankalpa, whatever the Vishwa they are projecting, whatever the Graha they are projecting, whatever the Deha projecting, staying in that, okay, they are doing various things, which are also again their own sankalpa. To bring this knowledge to our notice only, these all upakyanas told Vishesha Rupena Leela Upakhyana. Hmm. Brahmana, Vaashishtha had that sankalpa to be a king. But as in the Brahmana Sharira, he cannot. Because he's Brahmana there. Suddenly, kaun dega unko Raj? But Sankalpa is there so powerful. Therefore, when he left the body, with his Sankalpa, he created. How with Sankalpa created? That's how, because of Sankalpa only, in the pure Paramatma, the whole world is projected or Sankalpit. And in that Raja Padma, again in that Grahakasha, he wanted to be king continuous. But as a Padma, he had to die. But that Sankalpa of that Jiva, having left this body, projected that another Brahmanda in which the whole world is projected and himself is projected as that Raja Viduratha. In the same way, every being, wherever they are, a Jivas, purely self, but themselves as a Jiva and the world in front of them and the involvement in the world, all of that, everyone is projecting and living in that. Wonderful, no? Final thought, most sublime of the Vedantic knowledge. Huh? Akila Mandapa Geha Antaha. In that Mandapa Geha, Sasvabhava Udita Atmani. In the pure self, whatever their Swabhava or Sankalpa has been done, Viharanti Janaha Tatra Swagehe Swavyavastaya. अपने घर में अपने व्यवस्था से जो अपने संकल्प से बना वो लोग उसमें विहरन. So continuously Manovihara, as we saw in our morning class Manorajya, and then grossified Manovihara. And presently we have a lot of subtle Manovihara. Tomorrow it will become grossified. So whatever I am seeing it grossly is grossification of my own Manovihara. Isn't it? Individuals, totals, the combinations are so many. Exactly which combinations work, that all can be traced, but of no use. First know that it is the individual or total combined sankalpa, the world is like this, and the world is sankalpa kalpita on this world, Paramatma, neither the world is real nor Paramatma disappeared. It is a basic knowledge we have to catch. Okay? Therefore, whether this world of Viduratha and the whole thing, Raja Padma and that world around him, or Brahmana, all of them, na jagat tatra, that jagat is not there. Why? No sargaha, it is not created. Kaschidapyanubhuyate, when it is not at all there, then how it can be anubhuta? It is not anubhuta. Then, but I am anubhava, I am kakar. Because you are taking it is real. Therefore, the anubhava also appearing is real. Like the dream ice cream gives dream sweetness. Dream chili gives dream pungency. And as much if you take the ice cream and chili are real, so too the sweetness and pungency appear to be real. When the dreamer himself is not real, how can his world be real? When the world is not real, how can the anubhutis are real? Therefore, drashta, drushya, darshan, with all their seeming solid reality, are exactly never there. It is our projection which is making them sustain. Today, yesterday, day before, 3 days in our Mandukya class, same thought is repeated. Abhuta abhinivesha, abhuta abhinivesha. Sadrushe tat pravartate, sadrushe tat pravartate. Thing is not there, but it is projected. Projected thing is taken as real. After taking it as real, all our subsequent thinking, acting is similar to that thing which is taken as real. Wonderful thought. Abhuta viniveshadhi sadrushe tat pravartate. Then vastvabhavam sabuddhaiva nisangaha vinivartate. When that projected thing is not there, when you know, then the sangha towards it goes away. Then all the vyapara which you were doing when It was taken as real. From that you withdraw. So abhuta avinivesha. Abhuta, the rope alone is there, snake not there. Is the snake there? Not there. But did we project or not? Yeah. After that, did we take the snake as real or not? Yeah. This is called as abhuta avinivesha. नहीं है लेकिन इमेजिन किया और सत्य माना. सदृशे, then once you take the snake as real, sadrushe pravartate. You will be doing vyavahara as if when the snake is real. So that jumpings, the fears, the runnings away, the sweating, calling the forest department or calling the neighbors and taking the sticks, thinking about how to ward off that snake. This all is called pravartana. This pravartana is sadrusha. Sadrusha means relevant to, related to. What? Your own snake taken reality. And therefore, for you to get sweat, for you to get the fear, for you to get trembling, for you to react so many ways, snake need not be there. Then snake imagination is enough. Then you take it as real. Projected snake taken as real is sufficient to behave exactly as if the snake is real. Exactly we are doing same in this world. Projected world is taken as real. Once we take it as real, all our pravartana is sadrusha. Now answer is what? Vastu abhavam sabuddha. When you awaken to the abhava of the snake, then nisangaha, you won't have attachment to that abhinivesha. All those sweats, fears, wanting to do something to eliminate that snake, these all paravartate becomes nivartate. And how did you realize the absence of snake? When you have apprehended the rope. So the bhava vastu is Paramatma Tattva. When one awakens to that, other than him, everything which is abhuta, but because of our projection and taking it as reality, called as abhinivesha, sadrushe tat pravartate. That's how we behaved. So the dream world abhuta, but projected, then taken as real. Abhinivesh ho gaya. Then the dreamer in the dream world, sadrushe. Whatever the world he is projected, according to that pravartate. If in this projected world, if he is in the airport, he will be there standing in line for check-in, etc. And if he is in the railway station, waiting on the platform for the train. अब बस अड्डे में है तो अपने बस के लिए ढूंढ रहा है, उधर कहीं पार्क किया है. Whatever he projected and took it as real, he will behave like that only. Na? If he is projecting a shadi party, so he will be behaving like that only. Think about it. His pravartana is sadrusha. Sadrusha according to whatever he has projected. It is projected only. It is not real. But taken as real. Called as abhuta, never there, projected, abhinivesha, taking it as real. This is what is said. So every one of us are basically Brahman. But each one of us are projecting the thing which is not there, whether it is our ego, our koshas, together a jiva bhava, and the world in front of us of all these Anantakoti Brahmandas, they are all projected. Sadrushe, as if they are real. Pravartate, we are doing vyavahar. Vastu bhavam buddha, when you realize the reality behind that, nisangaha, then you won't have reality given to these projected things. Vinivartate, all the samsara we are doing now, we withdraw from. That is moksha. Withdrawing from the involvement in samsara, because to involve in samsara, neither the world is there nor I am jiva there, because these were abhuta and abhinivesha when the self was not realized. When the self is realized, these are gone. When you wake up, neither you are real nor world is real, nor running in the world anymore remains. In the dream world. Isn't it? Wake up करके कहाँ हो गया मेरा बैग किधर रख के चेक इन में गया है कि नहीं. You don't think it because you as a flight travel भी मिथ्या है, your luggage also मिथ्या. Hmm? So many things happen in dream. फ्लाइट में बैगेज दे दिया, कुछ डेलिकेट चीज थे, फ्लाइट में अंटर हुए, you have given it to the air hostess to keep it carefully. Somewhere she has kept it. They have there one some desk or some chamber. Then you sat, your neighbor was there. Half an hour you didn't talk. Later on, slowly he took rest, you took rest, then started stalking, and you're seeing some people ahead, some people behind, and some turbulences. Then बत्ती धीमी की गई है, आप अपना लाइट यूज करो अगर है तो. The announcement is coming. Then they come to sell the eatables. Everything you see in that. At that time it is sadrushe pravartate. In that plate also she comes. चेयर नंबर जो भी है आपका सीट F7 है ना, 7F और 8F8D, तो आपके लिए ऑर्डर बुकिंग है, योर वेजिटेरियन फूड दिस वन, एंड यू टेक इट. isn't it? When you wake up, फ्लाइट नहीं है, हवा नहीं है, एयर होस्टेस नहीं है, उसमें आपने जो डेलिकेट चीज दिया वो नहीं है. In the same way, in this gross world too, from the substratum standpoint, all the position of them is this much. But every time when this thought is said, it should be followed by another thought that when we wake up from dream, the whole dream world disappears. But when you wake up from Jagrat to reality, the Jagrat world doesn't disappear, but the reality given to it goes away. Once the reality can gone away, it's no more samsara. है ना? Because you have realized reality. But still the व्यवहार चलता है, ईश्वर लीला चलता है, बट सत्यता नहीं दिया जाता उसको. That is why the example of snake or mirage water. Even after you know that it is a rope, still it appears as snake, but you don't take it as snake. So too it appears as water, but you don't take it as water and run to grab that water. You just witness the tamasha. Others think it as water and they are running. You watch it. You don't run. So all other jivas running behind the world, taking it as real. Because the reality they have not realized. You have realized. From the reality standpoint, ये सब नहीं है. So they run, you don't run. And you tell them, my experience is, this is reality, this is unreal, no need to run. That's what gurus tell us. They realize reality, from that standpoint, all this is unreal. They are indicating to us the reality, telling us to realize it and know all this to be unreal. When it is unreal, then don't give value, importance of reality. Then at that Aupadhika Vyavahar level, whatever rules have to be followed, follow, still not giving reality. This is a little difference between waking from dream to waking plane and waking up from waking plane to the reality. ओके, समझ में आ रहा है ना थोड़ा थोड़ा. सो न जगत तत्र नो सर्ग कश्चिदप्यनुभूयते. इन दैट जगत नहीं है, सर्ग नहीं है, अदर देन ब्रह्मन नथिंग. तेनाहमजमाकाशम जगदित्येव वर्तते. दिस द इम्पोर्टेंट थॉट. अहम द रियलिटी, अजम birth, change, death, this one. Aham ajam akasham as the space, and in that space jagat, and in the jagat again one individuality, eva vartate. Therefore, what is there as everything in jagat? What is there as every individuality is Brahman only playing like that. मैं ही जगत हूँ. जैसे मैं वेकिंग पर्सन ही ड्रीमर हूँ, ड्रीम वर्ल्ड हूँ, ड्रीम का एयरपोर्ट टू एयरफोर्सेस टू एवरीबडी इज मी ओनली. है ना? Did the air hostess enter into my head when I slept, or the pilot, or such a big flight, or hundreds of lights in that airport? सारा दिखता है ड्रीम में. क्या घुस गए क्यों आपके दिमाग में? बट उस समय बोलो तो मानते नहीं हो, और रियल है, मन लगता है. So the dream Purusha in the dream airport, seeing so many dream flights, catching his own flight, going and boarding it, seeing and going boarding. When you wake up, all of them are I only. Here also. Tena aham ajam akasham jagadityeva vartate. So the self only out of mithya, illusion, ignorance, taken as the world. The world as reality is real. World without reality is unreal. Reality by itself is real. In that there is no world. All standpoints you have to know. Sarvam shunyatma vijnanam meru adi girijalakam nedam kudyamayam kinchito yatha sapne mahapuram. Therefore, sarvam shunya atma vijnanam. Everything is nothing but pure self. What? Meru adi girijalakam. The Meru Parvatas, Sumeru Parvatas, all the Parvata Shrenis, jungles, samudras, Akasha, Nakshatra, all of them are Sarvam Shunya Atma Vijnana. When the reality is known, they are Shunya. Nama Rupa is Shunya. And na idam Kudyamayam Kinchit. Kudyamaya means as substantial, real and solid like a Kudya wall. Kudya means wall. Like when you touch the wall, so it's a wall, solid. In the reality, this solidity is not there. This solidness of this wall, and I am touching it, and I am feeling the hardness of it, even it is paining little when I hit it. All of them are the total projection in the reality. That's the meaning of na idam kudyamayam kinchit. Yatha swapne mahapura. Like in the dream, the mahapura you see, in that also buildings are there, kudyamaya, vehicles are there, kudyamaya. Kudya means solid, rock solid like the wall. But when you wake up, where is that solidity of all? You know, in dream, you are in a house. In that house, the walls are there, very strong, hard walls. In fact, there you can hit your head also. You can feel the touch. जैसे अभी touching feeling कर रहा है. And when you wake up, where is that wall? Where is that hardness? That Kudyamayam, is it not projected there? Kudyamayata means solidity. Therefore, sense of reality. When you wake up, where is that wall? Where is that hardness of the dream? So too, when we wake up to reality, all this is found to be unreal only. Na idam kodyamayam kinchito. That's why yatha swapne mahapura. Explained already Mahapura of the Swapna. इतना बड़ा ना विश्वम दर्पण दुष्यमान नगरी तुल्य. मस्त मस्त ये ज्ञान जब बुद्धि में समझ में आकर every day for 1 hour 2 hours we sit on the meditational seat, contemplational seat, slowly day by day थोड़ा थोड़ा अंतर्मुख सूक्ष्म होते जाते हैं. तो in few lives that state we realize, है ना. For this absolutely negative example I am telling, for the positive thing. What is it? That life prisoned prisoner inside the prison, रातों रात कहीं से कुछ समथिंग इंस्ट्रूमेंट लेकर धीरे धीरे दीवार को खोद रहा है. किसी को पता नहीं. डेली 2 इंच 2 इंच 2 इंच, बस इतना. 3 इंच 2 इंच, थोड़ा 1 घंटा करेगा, फिर उसको कवर करेगा, फिर कवर. विन सम मंथ्स ऑफ टाइम ही विल फाइंड द वे आउट. भाई इट्स नेगेटिव एग्जाम्पल, को जेल से ऐसे भागना नहीं चाहिए. पर ये जो जीव भाव रूपी जेल है, देहानुभव रूपी जेल है, संसार सत्य रूपी जेल है, उसमें से इन दिस वे डेली 2 hours 1 hour मेडिटेट करते करते हम अपना रास्ता बनाकर बाहर निकल जाए. दिस फेलो while doing so during the daytime is normal. Nobody knows that he is doing it. He is with everybody. So too every day you are normal with others. Nobody knows you are digging your own heart to realize the self, to release yourself. पहले सिद्धांत ज्ञान. And that's why in all Shastras you see, Gurus are warned not to give this Tattva Jnanam to undeserving people. We also, not that we give them knowledge as if we have an experience, हमको तो अनुभव हुआ नहीं, but we don't even share with others because they demoralize us. For them, because they have not deeply studied Shastras like us, the truth, knowledge about truth is zero in them, and they are 100% living in this samsara jagat. Therefore, that alone is real for them. So you can't argue with them. Like any values of honesty, rishwat nahi lena. You are living that life. When you tell the other fellow रिश्वत खोर, वो कहता है बिना रिश्वत आजकल सैलरी से जिंदगी कैसी चलती है, you are wrong करके will try to convince you. He doesn't know that when you do this, रिश्वत खोर वगैरह बनना, take the money, Ibrahim, how many people's hearts you are making miserable. All of that will incur to you as sin, and then ऊपर वाला देख रहा है. That fellow has no this background knowledge. He says, मैं अभी झूठ बोलूं, धोखा दूं, रिश्वत लूं, तुम्हारे immediate benefit होता है. He is only limited to that. He doesn't see consequence. But you and I know, हमको पता है. How can it be you can take others' money? कैसे ले सकते हो तुम? We are more purified in our heart. We know there is a karma phala data, Ishvara. We don't do it, no? But when you go and talk to him, he will try to convince us. So better don't talk to him. Better don't tell. You live your life of honesty and all. वो अप्रिशिएट करने आएगा या डिमोरलाइज करने आएगा. उसको कहो और कुछ टॉपिक करना है तो बात कर. Same way, what Vedantic knowledge you have, sadhana you are doing, as a discussion share with like-minded. But those who demoralize are fully worldly, don't share with them. They trouble you. They demoralize. They're jealous. So many things are. Jealousy होगा उनको, परीक्षा करेंगे, अनेक अनेक काय को. You know the knowledge, your guru is teaching you, you are doing sadhana, you are reporting to guru, guru knows your progress, he is guiding you. बात खत्म. How simple it is. Make it simple like that. Okay. Now we have seen up to mantra 17. Example of the dream continued. देशे प्रादेशमात्रेऽपि गिरिजालमयान्यपि वज्रसाराणि खान्येव लक्षाणि जगतो विदुः. And in dream, deshe pradesha matre, in a desha space, which is pradesha matra, is very short. Dream happens between throat to the chest. इतने जगह पे ही होता है करके one way of the yogis discovered and told. So in this pradesha matra desha, in dream, girijala mayani api. Girijala means huge range of mountains. Naturally, when they are mountains, the valleys, there are forests around, there will be glaciers getting melted and coming down. Then there's a river. When the forests are there, variety of birds, animals are there, trees are there, leaves are, fruits are there. So all these Girijala Mayani, and they are Vajrasarani, solid. Vajrasarani means as solid as the Vajra only. Are those mountains big in size? Rocks, solid rocks they are. Khani eva, so too the valleys and gufas. Lakshani, not one or two, lakhs of them. Jagataha, as parts of the dream Jagat, Viduhu, seen, known by us. Where? In the Pradesha Matra Desha. Samrutya is the word in Mandukya used yesterday, we told you. In another version, in one of the nerves, which is very small, nadi में ये सारा स्वप्न दिखाई देता. इतनी छोटी जगह नाड़ी और समय भी मैक्सिमम ए ड्रीम इज 3 minutes. बिगर देन द बिगेस्ट ड्रीम यूर्स ऑफ 3000 एपिसोड वाला डेली सीरियल का 3 मिनट ही होता है. बट इन द 3 मिनट लाइक इन 3.5 घंटा सिनेमा 3 जनरेशन का कहानी वो लोग दिखाते हैं. इन द 3 minutes ऑफ ड्रीम time wise 3 generations are seen, and in the nadi pradesha matra space wise the entire girijala mayani vajrasarani khani, all of that are seen. Is it possible that is छोटे जगह पे ये सब हो सकते हैं? And there is झुंड झुंड of हाथी, giraffe, hippopotamus, having waters, fighting with each other. All of that also you see in dream. That size itself is a proof to say that they are not real, they are projected. But when you are in the dream, when it is told it is unreal, you don't believe. You are still in that jungle, in that safari, you are seeing all of them. Deshe Pradesha Matre api, in the Pradesha Matra Desha also, Girijala Mayani api Vajrasarani Kani eva. Lakshani Jagato Vidu. Lakshani means uncountable. Worlds are seen in that pure self during a dream. Therefore, the conclusion is this. This shloka is surprising shloka. Only in text like Yoga Vaashishtha so vividly put in front of us by Mother Saraswati and through her by sage Vaashishtha. Wonderful thought it is. Catch it. Jaganti subahonyeva sambhavanti anuke picha kadali pallavani va sannivesheva bhurisha. Like the Kadali Pallava, the in the banana stem, in the stem only so many, or the leaves are clustered together. In the same way, Subahuni Jaganti. Subahuni Jaganti means uncountable worlds. Sambhavanti are seen projected. Anukepicha in the Anumatra Paramatma Tattva. This is the answer to the question that in that small Akasha of Brahmana Gruha, how the Brahmanda of the Raja Padma, in the again small Akasha of Raja Padma's Antapura Kamra room, how come the entire Brahmanda of Raja Viduratha? Brahmana is a Pura. That's the meaning. Answer is in that Anu sized Paramatma also, like in a Chappan inch wala TV pe, you will see entire cricket ground, so big it is. They will show so many big things. Only ocean is shown in that. क्या समझ में आ रहा ना इतना एग्जाम्पल्स है और क्या चाहिए आपको आजकल नथिंग टू बी फर्स्ट टाइम जब सुनते हो सरप्राइज बाद में दैट इज अ नॉलेज दैट अणुकेपी इन द अनुरूप परमात्मा इन द माइक्रो जगंति सुबहोनि मेनी मेनी वर्ड्स कैन बी प्रोजेक्टेड कदली पल्लवानि इव सन्निवेशेन मूरिशः like the so many bananas together you say or leaves clustered or in that stem of the banana only so many layers. Okay. The next shloka is the one which I was saying. Surprise of our surprises. What is that? Trijagat chidanavantar asti swapna puram yatha tasyatyantaschidanavaha te swapyekaikasho jagatu. Wow. Revealed. Now we are relieved if this is revealed to us. If it is revealed to us, means if we have understood it, we are relieved. Cutest of the thoughts. Mast mast. You know, what is it? Trijagat chidanau antaha asti sapnapuram yata. Trijagat, the three worlds of Bhuloka, Antariksha Loka and Swarga Loka of one Brahmanda, for example, Trijagat chid anau antaha asti. है ना चित परमात्मा अनुरूप माइक्रो में ही such a three big worlds are there. Swapnapuram yatha. Like in the Pradesha Matra, big Swapnapura. Like in the Swapna, in the Pradesha Matra, entire big Swapnapura of city, town, even the mountains you see. So to Chidanu mehi, three Brahmandas are there. Again, in that three lokas, Bhuloka, Antariksha and all, there is everywhere Anurupena again Paramatma Tattva. Okay. Tasya Atyantah Chidanavaha. Within the Akasha, everywhere the Chidanus are there. Up to this you can understand. The next one is the surprise of surprises. What is that? Teshu api ekaikashaha jagat. Again in that each of the micro anus, there is again jagat. Thanks to science, that is not so surprising to know. This much. Thanks to science. है ना? Like we put a hand like this. It's normal. like क्या है? मेरा हाथ है, इतना बड़ा जगत है, जगत में इतने लोग हैं, उन लोगों में मैं एक हूँ और मेरा एक हाथ. What is different? Now put a microbe and see in that hand microscope से. In this one hand, there will be 10 colonies of microbes having their own worlds. बहुत सूक्ष्म रूप में रहते हो. Anywhere you see in your one kamra, there will be thousands of colonies. Each one with their own world again. They have their own व्यापार. Small micro. उसमें भी पति पत्नी का लड़ाई झगड़ा होता है, भाई भाई का झगड़ा होता है, वो भी एक दूसरे को धोखा देते हैं, चलता ही रहता है ना. लाइक इन द न्यूक्लियस, न्यूक्लियर वर्ल्ड इटसेल्फ अपना अलग ही है, चल रहा है वो ऐसा. हाँ, वाह बढ़िया है ना. इन द अणुमात्रा परमात्मा, all three worlds are there. In three worlds, anu again Paramatma, and in every anu again there are jagats. And in that way it can go on endlessly, like a reflecting mirrors. चारों तरफ मिरर लगा है. आप कितने होंगे आप प्रतिबिंब देखोगे? संख्या तो अनंत है, आपको जितना देख सकते हो उतना देखते हो, लेकिन इट्स एंडलेस. बिकॉज दिस इज रिफ्लेक्टिंग इन दिस इज इन दिस, इन दैट यू सी सो मेनी. The beauty of beauties is what? With all this drama happening, all these actually other than this Paramatma, they are projected. They are not real bus. इसको पकड़ो. Once you give them reality, then sadrushya pravartate, you are lost in samsara. Why it's not real? Because two realities cannot be. Either the adhisthana Brahman has to be real or the Jagat has to. Two तो हो ही नहीं सकते. अभी तक you took the Jagat as real and got lost in samsara at the cost of Brahman. Now the Upanishads Gurus are saying Brahman has reality, these are all project. तो बिलीव करके इसको उस रियलिटी को पहचान के देखो, यू आर नो मोर इन संसार. ओके. तेषां कस्मिन् जगत्येषः पद्मो राजा शवस्थितः लीलावत च पत्नी यं प्राप्ता पूर्वतरा शुभे. तेषां, among so many worlds that are projected in the reality, yasmin jagati, in one world, whichever it is, eshaha padma raja shavastita. This Raja Padma's dead body is there. Leela tavacha sapatni iyam. Your sapatni, the other Leela, prapta purvatara. Oh Shubhe, oh dear Leela, she has already reached that. So in Ananta Koti Brahmandas, in one of them where Raja Padma's Shava is there, in that Brahmanda, into that Antapura, this Leela, who your Sapatni is there, co-wife, I don't know what is the word for Sapatni. The other Leela, she already reached there. So, Tesham, among so many words, Yasmin Jagati, in whatever that Jagat, Esha Padmo Raja Shavastita. This Raja Padma was there as Shava. Leela Tavacha Sapatni Yam. Your this Leela Sapatni Prapta Purvatara. She has reached. How? Yada eva murcham ayata Leela Yam Purataha Tava. Yam Leela Tava Purataha Murcham ayata. In front of you only, when that Raja was brought by that Sarathi and everybody put him, वो देखते ही वो मूर्छित हो गए ना, तुम्हारे सामने ही. तव पूरतः इयम लीला मूर्छमाया था यदा. जिस क्षण वो मूर्छा को पाई है, though the word used is मूर्छा, but actually practically she is dead only. तदा एव, at that very moment, भर्तुः पद्मस्य शवस्य निकटे स्थित. She is already gone and there near the Bhartu Padma's Shava. Now, when these things are told to a very gross intellected one, it is mind blowing only. But a subtle intellected one, it is intellect glowing. How come in a moment's time she has gone to that Brahmanda, that Guru, and exactly to that राजा पद्म जिस घर में है, जिस रूम में है शवा, वहां कैसे पहुंची वो? That is the meaning of everything of this desha and kala and the distances in them, all are there chitta kalpana. When you reach to the chitta sthai, then these all have no meaning. Once she left this body, she is not body identified. To the body, यहाँ के देश काल वर्तन होते हैं, affect करते हैं. Once body is left, then this body related desha kala won't affect that jiva. He'll have different time span according to his own chitta sthiti that time. That's why in seconds you will be taken to Naraka Loka, Swarga Loka. Sometimes immediately the next body is given. That's what happened to these three bodies. Brahmana died, seconds mein Naya Mila, he lived as a Padma for 70 years. And then he died within few hours. Again, this is given, he lived for a long time. कभी कभी for hundreds thousands of years नहीं मिलता है शरीर. That all permutation combinations are possible. So don't get surprised. And then how did she reach there? It is her sankalpa also. It is that Raja Padma sankalpa also. In fact, that Leela and you and that Raja Padma all are projected. When you take you are as real, therefore you ask so many funny questions. The question asking you yourself also projection. Then what is reality? That Brahman alone. अब देखो उस बात को पकड़ना है तो कितना वे आउट ऑफ डिटैचमेंट टू दिस वर्ल्ड. थिंक अबाउट इट. ओके. तेषां यस्मिन् जगति एष पद्मो राजा शवस्थितः लीला तव च सपत्नीयं प्राप्ता पूर्वतरा हे शुभे यदा एव मूर्छाम् आयाता लीला इयं पुरतः तव तदा एव भर्तुः पद्मस्य शवस्य निकटे स्थिता. Now Leela is asking, how come it happened? How did she reach? And how she appears like that, looks like that? Then what are the people who looked at her and what they thought about her, what they discussed about her? Did they understand her, accept her? Isn't it? Big question. Because she is a separate Leela है ना. तो मैं तो इधर हूँ, वो इसको कैसे accept किए? That means what? What we see in this world with our immature, small little intellect and take it as real. Other than this, millions of subtler things, unimaginable things, beyond the logic things keep on happening in the world, yet all of them are mithya, other than Brahman. समझ गए ना बात? ये है. Like how many movies of how many types of shootings, etc., are seen in the TV, but all of them are mithya, no? क्या क्या surprising. A tragedy movie, a comedy movie, action movie, variety of things happen. कोई पॉलिटिकल डिबेट चल रहा है, कोई क्रिकेट मैच चल रहा है, कोई कुकिंग क्लासेस चल रहे हैं, कोई डांस चल रहा है, कोई गाना चल रहा है. एक टीवी स्क्रीन में डोंट यू सी सो मेनी? इज दैट नॉट इनफ that in the substratum of the TV so many unrealities can be projected? Once its projection, it is infinite, endless, and they are all unreal. मस्त बात है, इसको पकड़ लो आप. Therefore, in this way, Jagat is mithya, Brahman alone is Satyam. To realize that Brahman Satyam is our goal. To get our conviction towards it, all these Jagat to which we have given reality, therefore we are not able to leave it. Therefore, we are not able to become introverted and contemplative. This Jagat we have to understand as mithya, then the charm for this world goes away. That's called Vairagya, which is very essential. Thereafter, then the world is not bothering you. बैठ गए, अंतर्मुख हो गए, जैसा अभी कहा, daily try करते करते, you just reach to a state wherein the moment you sit, you get asana siddhi, immediately you withdraw your all senses from the world, you withdraw the mind from the senses, you withdraw the intellect from the mind, and that intellect is just probing who am I, what am I, or what is the Sakshi Bhava, or what is the Chaitanya, or what is that which is always there, or from where the whole thoughts are coming. किसी भी तरीके से आप पहुंच जाओ, इन एनी ऑफ दीज वेज यू ट्राई, you will reach out to the reality. So that place is there to go from here. होगा फ्लाइट भी है, ट्रेन भी है, बस भी है, बुलक कार्ट भी है, पैदल भी जा सकते, साइकिल में जाओ, कार में जाओ, दौड़ते जाओ, भागते हुए जाओ, एक पाँव पे लंगड़े की तरह भी जाओ, घसीटते हुए जाओ, यू कैन जाओ इन एनी वे. So too, the self in us can be realized by any of these things. Only when we become introverted. That will become when we give up the extrovertedness. How do we give up? When the world outside is understood, accepted as mithya. For that, these are all the things. That's why the essence of Vedanta is Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya. And this Jiva me is Brahma Eva, not Jagat. Nothing to do with the Jagat. I am Brahma. When you realize it, then you are no more bound. Mast mast hai topic. So when Leela asked this question, Kathamesha Pura Devi Sampanna Tatra Dehini, how did she reach there first? Katham Chatat Sapatnika Bhavamaptavati Sthita. How did she took up the Sapatnika, other wife than me, and stationed there? Te chasyavada kim rupam. What is the form of hers there? Pashyantyata vadanti kim. How do they look at others? Others, how do they look at her? And what they talk to her? Means, do they recognize her yesterday, etc., etc. Tad geha vara vastavyaha samanene iti me vada. So, samasena, sorry. Oh, how those people recognize her and how they accept her or talk to her, tell me in precise. It's like Sita Pragnasya Ka Bhasha Arjuna's Prashna, isn't it? Then all of them will be in their own moha conducive to this, so they think this is a leela. अब देखेंगे हम क्या ये लीला जाके वो जो शरीर है उसमें जाएगी. So then, because that sharira leela is here, no? How come so many leelas? Yeah, everything is a thought. That is why the speciality of Yoga Vasishtha is nobody dares to touch it. It is sometimes beyond our intellectual apprehension and acceptance to a decent mind, decent in the world. देखते हैं थोड़ा थोड़ा, जितना थोड़ा थोड़ा डोज ही भगवान भी देते हैं, उतना उतना हम भी लेते जाएंगे. थैंक यू फॉर योर पेशेंस. ओम पूर्णमदः श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. दिस सर्ग 5 श्लोकास पर डे देखते जाओ, बस सुनते रहो. जो वहां लिखा है हम सुन रहे. यू कॉन्टेम्पलेट इन योर प्ले, आई डू माई कार्ड. बोथ ऑफ अस विल अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज सेड. Purpose is what? We have brought, Lord has brought us together to study, ponder over and realize the reality. लगे रहो जब तक होता है तब तक. आ जाओ तुलसी रामायण.